Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just a supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
In the Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's found the way through. Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And that is as far as they're going to go. That pass has been well intercepted. And that's put paid to a promising move. Cross-cut shapes to shoot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Beckham. Lahm. Can he get on the end of this? Aimed beyond the defence. Beckham. Looking to play him in. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He has found the way. It's roll! That's another chance. Still goalless. Oh, this looks sharp. Knocks it into space. Sporting trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that. And he shoots! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Pinches it off him. Ferdinand. Played towards the other side.
Well spotted.
Now it's Beckham. And it's Lahm. Sends it crossfield. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And this is Ibrahimovic. Raul. And the counter is on. Lahm. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Out of play for a throw. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Pedri goes steaming forward. Figo. Looking for options for movement. An instinctive... It's a mighty effort! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Beckham. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Pedri. Couldn't squeeze it through. Beckham. And it's Bale. And it's Beckham. Tries to play it through. Played back in. Now this could be a chance. Pirlo. It's a good run down the right. Beckham, played in.
That's alert.
And he's had a hit! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Pirlo brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Rijkaard picks it up from the goal kick. That is good alertness. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
And he's picked out the run. Picked out brilliantly. Forlan showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Now it's Figo. Otto does well to get it back. And the first half is done. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. The midway point of the game.
A very entertaining half, Peter. The game's being played at a really good intensity. It's been open. It's been quite end-to-end, and I think the crowd are really immersing themselves into this, and I just hope we get more of the same in the second half. Something to look forward to.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And the second half gets underway. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Oh, looks a smashing ball. Thuram getting this one clear. And here's Dybala. Good ball, good take. Pedri! That is decidedly lacking.
Spirited, to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
It's a really well-measured ball. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Great vision. Beckham in acres of space out wide. Big header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. It's a pretty loose pass. It's played through for him. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, it rattles the bar! That is a brilliant interception. Otto. Mbappe. Pedri. Mbappe.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He can run onto that. Can he finish? And it's hit the woodwork and out. Pedri wins the duel this time. Nicely weighted ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Looking to... He gets big! He will be livid with himself.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Dybala, lovely pass, but can he get there? Ibrahimovic is onto it in a flash. Beckham. Ibrahimovic being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Look at big chance! And it's in! It was bound to happen one way or another. He is just too good a player for it not to. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Sporting really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So we have terrific header. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
He's found a way past, and he's been shifted off it. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Some inspired work, that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Mbappe shoots! He scored! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter.
Chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And he cuts out the supply. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Forlan. Oh, no joy this time. Van der Ven cuts out the pass. Mbappe! Oh, yes, it's there! And that may just do it! Sporting complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Vicario claims comfortably.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And it's Beckham. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. There won't be another chance after this one. He's got tall. And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Not the most accurate pass. And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
In the Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. That's good running with the ball. Is there any support? He might not need it. Beckham with the cross.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
And here's Figo. Could try cutting inside here.
Well played and well cleared.
Now, can they get him away? Davids. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Messi. That's a good ball. A header! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Quarter of an hour played. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Bale unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's Ibrahimovic. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
That has not gone well. Davids.
Cruyff. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, important interception. That's really well manoeuvred.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
And here's Van Nistelrooy. And this is Messi.
That's just playing it safe and simple. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception.
Oh, what shapes to shoot! Sticks it away!
They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Manchester United are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Messi. That's the keeper's ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. That is ended up in no man's land. Nice looking ball.
"30 minutes gone. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that is as far as they're going to go.
Vigo. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Good read, needed to be.
Eder Militao lays it forward.
Bernardo Silva.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Pressure coming in from all directions. And here's Messi. Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And he welcomes it in.
Chance for a shot! It's in! And with that, he becomes a member of the exclusive 300 Club.
That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Tacho calmly anticipates. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
2 minutes has been indicated.
Oh, good-looking ball.
And he's intervened well there.
Pirlo. Neatly clipped into space.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
And we hit half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Hello everybody, and this is a quick reminder to let you know that you'll be able to catch today's match broadcast live on our
And we're
FM
underway
station.
again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, that's nice. Spread it left. Played in deep. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Larmed and climbs up big. Oh, it's come off the upright. Goal! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Eder Militao promptly onto that, and that is that. That looks a good ball through. Bernardo Silva is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Bernardo Silva is always scanning the pitch for targets. Davids. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Referee has just said play on. Played into space. Eder Militao gets across to intercept that. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, good-looking ball. Van Nistelrooy might just make this. Beckham looking to penetrate opposition lines. Can he get it through? It's a promising position. Can he stop it going out? It's a goal kick. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Figo. Figo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he cuts out the supply. Turan. Lahm. Now it's Beckham, and this is Bale. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Pirlo, number 14, Figo, coming on the field.
The most accurate pass.
Number 4,
And it's Van Basten.
Number 9,
Looking to play him in. Might be dangerous. He's having a shot! Goal! Manchester United! And they're back in front.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Deftly away.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Looking for a runner. Now there's a fine ball. Can he finish? Oh, the ball's charged, surely! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Well read, nice interception. Beckham, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Look at the space here.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
That has been cut short. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode. Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Messi.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Oh, this looks sharp. And the counter is on. He's got away. Crosses it in. Oh, well played, well played. Bernardo Silva. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And that's it. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like
welcome
that.
to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Now it's Watkins. Aims beyond the defence. Thinks about the shot. Out to the left it goes. Can he get on the end of this? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And this is Bale. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Chance for a shot! Goal! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Marlen. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Out for a throw. Pirlo. Figo. Passing is crisp and sharp. Takes a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Beckham. Digne. Now it's Watkins. Marlen! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Marlen clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Fofana gets across to intercept that. Nicely weighted ball. It's Ibrahimovic! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Beckham plays it short. Now it's Beckham. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And now a sudden chance to counter.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Oh, that's a key interception. Great vision.
Gordon!
Spread out to the left. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Figo.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Nicely shaped ball. Bale.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Watkins. Beckham. Pirlo. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Bale. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Figo. Gets into some space. And this is Figo. And this is Bale. And he's got... And the finish! Oh, can he get onto this? Rijkaard. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
There will be 1 minute added time.
McGinn. Cash. Cash powering forward here. Looking for the run. He has found a way through. And he's been shifted off it. There's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Now it's Bale. Beckham is wide and looking to get onto this. And that pass just didn't quite work. And here's Bale. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Bale.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Gordon will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Gordon. Beckham, given the lift of his goal. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
And it's Beckham. Can he get it through? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, sweet feet.
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. A probing pass. Marlon is in a really good position out wide. Oh, he's been caught napping! And he's there to belt it away. They want to be quick to recover this. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Watkins! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Well read, nice interception. Fofana. Pass somewhat off target. Now that's well seen too. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Digne. Fofana. That has been cut short. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Bale. Ibrahimovic. Camera. Great defending, strong and determined. Beckham. Ambitious ball here. And this is Ibrahimovic. Can he finish? Ibrahimovic looking sharp there. Now it's Watkins. Beckham threads one in. Konsa spots it and intercepts. Time and again they are repelled. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that has been clubbed away. Tries to pass it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's picked his way through. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And this is Ibrahimovic. And here's Figo. Now that looks a decent ball. He's got away. Elects to cross.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Beckham. He's in plenty of space here. That's a good cross in and a good clearance out. Well read, and the danger is averted. 1-0 as we head towards the end. And it's played in. Bullish header! They've done it! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Bale. He has a look up. And this is Figo. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's fabulous. And a chance! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager.
It's Ibrahimovic! McGinn to Camera. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was a tale of 2 very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Ibrahimovic picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. With the father of...